So while Facebook and Twitter and other platforms have removed individual posts that Trump has posted, nobody has taken such a drastic action that involves locking him out and preventing him from posting. The latest shift on Facebook's part that Mark Zuckerberg posted about says that Trump won't be able to post for 2 weeks at least until President Joe Biden is inaugurated. This was not a surprise, and the events of the last 4 years have led up to this point, and social media companies for years have been complicit in allowing misinformation and violence and hate to spread on their platforms. So the fact that they're doing it now, 2 weeks before the next president takes office, is a little bit late.
Banning someone is a very significant measure of revoking their voice from the debate, and it has to happen with some consideration. We can't just revoke someone's voice because we don't agree with what they say. We have to only revoke their voice when standards, when they've passed a line and a limit of the standards that we will accept for dangerous speech. And I think Zuckerberg waited until the president passed that line. Well, first, Facebook isn't Trump's communication method of choice, right? He much prefers Twitter. He has a much larger following on Twitter. He uses Twitter more to speak to the people than he does Facebook. So Facebook already was sort of limited value to Trump. So Zuckerberg already had very limited power. But the challenge is once they remove Trump from Facebook, they know that he's not going to be silenced on social media altogether. He's not going to disappear from social media altogether. He's likely to move, and already has moved, and moved his followers to these alternative platforms like Parler and Gab. And so when you look at what is being reported and how these actions were organized yesterday, they weren't being organized on Facebook already. So Facebook was a very limited use within this, and banning Trump from Facebook seems to be almost more symbolic at this point than necessarily beneficial. It does limit somewhat the ability of others to become attracted to his message and join his message who weren't already his followers. But I'm not sure how much utility that has right now.